Hi Richard, how are you doing?
Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
I'm really good, thanks. Really well, thank you. So I work with a lot of business coaches and consultants, and they get really anxious about how they're going to succeed in setting up their own business coaching and consulting practice. And they play the yeah, but game and the what if game. What advice have you got for them?
Well, it may sound a bit repetitive, but again, what could be more of a waste of fucking time? See, you know, because if you're going through, but what if, but what if, but what if, but what if I don't get enough clients? What if they don't pay me? And then I wouldn't be able to pay my mortgage. I'd lose my house. My wife would divorce me. And they go down this endless chain of possibilities. And I always look at them and I go, good planning. Because if they don't start laughing at this shit, they're going to do it for the rest of their life. And, a lot of people say, why do you use so much humor? And it's because of the endorphins, because the way you interrupt a neurocortical pathway is not like Tony Robbins says. It's not by going, woo, 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 woo. That doesn't interrupt a neurocortical pathway. Endorphins and oxytocin do. These are both neurotransmitters. And that when you have endorphin, you get oxytocin, when administered to autistic children. It's a synthetic. What happens is they begin to recognize the difference between an angry face and a happy face, so they stop pushing people away. It allows you to build patterns in your mind. Remember, if a neurocortical pathway is running through the same loops over and over and over again, that means they're learned. So the ultimate spider test is, can you think these bad thoughts and make yourself feel bad? And when they go, yes, I can, very easily. And then you go, good job. Now that you've mastered that stupid ass stuff, let's see if you can master something more important, because you want to catch them right at the beginning and get them to go down a different neurocortical pathway, so that when they start to do it, they go, oh, this is stupid, I'm not doing it. And then they need to go into something where they plan how they're going to succeed. Because if there's a hint in your mind that you might not, then you need to make better plans and backup plans so that you do. Because if they think they're going to run out of stupid people on planet Earth, they are sadly mistaken. The reason the coaching profession has become so humongously enormous is because of two things. One is the failure of all psychotherapy, because it doesn't help, and the fact that everybody needs somebody to tell them how to be smarter. And, we live in a community of human beings. We have something that a lot of species on the planet don't have. We have the ability to communicate and teach through language. Right. And not just, apes can imitate each other. They can warn each other. They have a few signals, but they don't have the ability to describe how to do something that they've never seen before. That, there are videos now online where you can learn to play the guitar without a guitar teacher. That doesn't mean you don't need one. Right. Because the one thing that's missing in all those videos is the intimate connection between a teacher and a student. And everybody needs teachers. I had some of the best on the planet. I had people like Robert Anton Wilson. I had people like Milton Erickson. I didn't like him, but he was a good teacher for me. Virginia Satir, I liked a lot. She was a great teacher for me. And the people that taught me things, and it's all kinds of them. Some of them were my clients. They just came in and said something that was smarter than they could hear. And I listened to them. The first time a client said to me, I have a problem and I've blown it out of proportion. And I literally looked at them and said, how big is it? And they went, bigger than this room. And I thought, that's where all the submodality stuff started. Just that one comment, that when you listen, when I had an opera singer that said to me, he said, well, he goes, when I'm performing, I have nothing but motivation. But when I practice, it's just not there. And when I watched the hand gesture, I went, ooh, they're talking about the direction of their feelings. That was way back in the 1980s. I'll never forget the guy. I never saw him again, but I solved his problem. He needed to be motivated to practice. And, for some reason, when he performed, he was all there, but when he practiced, it wasn't. And he was just running his feelings in the wrong direction. As soon as he reversed the way in which his feelings went, he could practice all he wanted to. Because one thing is a reaction. When people have bad beliefs, they react to them. They don't stop and go, this feeling is the wrong feeling. Because the spider test is you take your feeling, you spin it even worse, and so that you can make it worse. Because if you can make it worse, you can make it better. And when people have a stupid belief, I shrink it down and put another one up in its place and teach them to spin their feelings in the right direction. So they stop, they stop what they're doing, laugh, right? Get the endorphin rush, and then look at where they want to go and make a better plan.
Brilliant. Thank you. And thank you for being my teacher, Richard.
Yes, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Did you know at TriCrest, we've built a kick-ass culture, coach and consultant program. So if you're a business coach or consultant and you're looking for something new, add to your toolbox, or even escape the 9-to-5, join us at our next event. Links in the information on the podcast. See you there.